The Boston Bruins had one of the best NHL regular seasons of all time, and the Florida Panthers managed to eliminate them in Game 7 of the first round. How did they get here? The Boston Bruins bench looks on after the Florida Panthers scored an empty net in Game 6. Less than a week ago, the Boston Bruins defeated the Florida Panthers and impressed Bees fans by taking a 3-1 lead in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs with relative ease. After winning Game 1 3-1, the Bruins lost to Florida in Game 2, but Boston rallied to win Games 3 and 4 to put the Panthers on the verge of elimination. But something notable changed in Games 5 and 6. Florida stayed alive in Game 5 of the series with a 4-3 overtime victory, then tied the game at 3 games on Friday night in front of a Panthers home crowd. Each scored 4 goals in the third period en route to a 7-5 roller coaster victory. All of a sudden, Boston lost 2 games in a row, which is rare. It's only had a 3-game regular season skid and only 2 consecutive losses in 2 or more games. The sad loss in Game 6 left Bruins fans understandably disheartened. Is this really the same Boston team that dominated like few others in the modern era? Is this a group that went from Game 1 of the regular season to Game 82 and finished 22 points higher than the second-best team in the NHL? It sure doesn't look like it. A team that had the best defense in the league, average of 2.12 goals per game, suddenly seems to have lost its way in its zone. As a result, in their 3 losses to Florida, the Bruins were defeated 17-11. The Game 6 collapse was the biggest disappointment for Boston fans as the Bruins continued to claw their way into the competition before allowing the Panthers to take another lead. In a what-have-you-done-for-me-lately world of the playoffs, Boston seems easily panicked and error-prone. As the series progresses, the Panthers seem more confident and ready for anything the Bruins throw at them. Of course, you have to give the Panthers credit for where they are today. Not only are they making the most of the many opportunities the Bruins are giving them, they have a veteran group that has been under tremendous pressure for weeks now, making mandatory games over and over again just to make the playoffs. 8th place in the Eastern Conference. Florida showed tremendous determination to force a 7th and final game on Sunday in Boston, and Game 7 will be relatively easy and free. The focus now is on the Bruins' problems and the Panthers showing that they are capable of giving Boston their all. The Bruins need better performances in almost every area, including in goal, where starter Linus Ullmark has been something of an adventure story for someone, and not in a good way. When he's sharp, Boston has won 3 in a row. When he didn't, posting a save percentage of .840 or worse in each of Florida's 3 wins, the Bruins underperformed. Additionally, while generating offense hasn't been an issue for Boston, 5 of their top 9 forwards, Tyler Bertuzzi, David Krejci, Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron and David Pastrnak have at least 3 as individuals. Plus-minus is a flawed statistic, but in small doses it can tell a story. In this case, it shows that Florida tied the series by beating Boston's best players in 3 games out of 6. Would we be shocked if Boston stood up and won Game 7? Clear. There's a reason the majority chose the Bruins to defeat the Panthers. Boston has an embarrassment of riches in all 3 key positions, and their phenomenal depth could be the difference on Sunday night. But if not, well, let's just say there are going to be some angry Bruins fans out there, and with good reason. A Panthers win in Game 7 would go down as one of the greatest upsets in hockey history. Boston fans don't want that kind of experience, especially when their team looked so unstoppable from October to mid-April. Florida makes the Bruins look pretty defensible right now. This is a small miracle, but it could become even bigger starting today. I'm so happy you're here, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments as we grow our knowledge of Boston together through this channel. Sharing knowledge is essential, so I would be really grateful if you could subscribe to our channel. That will allow us to reach even more fans. With your help, I feel motivated to post videos daily and keep them updated. By subscribing, you will be notified whenever a new video is posted. Many thanks for your support.